The big sprint final, and here's the big man of athletics, Eddie Bush.
Thanks very much, Phil. Well, the runners are about ready to be introduced now. Now, the runners in the final of the Nike Sprint are about to be presented to you. We have the 10 runners who have won the highest number of points to qualify for this very rich event indeed. So we're just waiting for the runners now to come out, and we'll introduce them one by one to you. Well, what a great field we've got for the final of the Nike Sprint. Robert Kersop, second in a stall gift, and has gone on with it as the back marker. And he's on scratch, and Robert Stewart is out on 30 metres. But then we've got some great runners in between. Emerson and Moore are both on 2. Glenn Chapman, the stall gift winner of this year, is on 4. Russell Callan on 8. Bernie Seymour 10. John Evans 14. Joe Brown 28. And as I say, Robert Stewart is the limit marker on 30. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the 10 runners in the final of the Nike Sprint of 1986 are about to be trot down. We'd like you to give them a very big round of applause as they're presented to you. They've battled it out over the last few weeks. There was great competition here last Sunday to qualify for this final. And the first runner to go will be Robert Stewart, the limit marker. He's running in the grey, trained by Alec Pollock. He's off 30 metres. Robert won over 400 early this year, and previously, last year, he had an unlucky run by 3/3 in 400 metres. Joe Brown, trained by John Hawke, he's on 28. Joe Brown has gone from a 1,200 metre runner to a 400 metre specialist. He's won at stall over 550. The brown is John Evans, trained by Graham Goldsworthy, a winner over 400 metres at Burramine this year, and also over 100. The black is Max Warlaw, self-trained. Max is 40 years of age. I believe he reels off 20 metres in 24 seconds, about 5 or 6 each training night. The pink Bernie Seymour, off 10. Bernie is self-trained. He's run third over 70 metres. He's also been placed over 400. The green is Russell Callan, trained by Les McKellar, off 8. Callan is a new pro. This is his second year. Is the brother of Ian Callan. And the yellow, Glenn Chapman in the yellow, trained by Neil King, is the stall gift winner of this year. The blue is Andy Moore, trained by Graham Goldsworthy, played in a premiership side in the VFA for Camberwell. Also a place getter at stall and a winner over 400. The white is Peter Emerson, who had a great win here last week, trained by Brian Morgan. He's off 2. Peter was the winner of the Torquay, placed actually at Wangaratta and also at Lavington, and the final runner for running from scratch, Robert Kersop, second in the stall gift of 84. He won the Portland gift earlier this year, is trained by Ricky Dunbar, and that's our final field for the Nike Sprint of this year. Well, the runners, a lot of money, worth over $7,000 in prize money altogether. The winner will walk away with $3,000. It's the track is pretty heavy underfoot. The favourite is almost a lot of people say Andy Moore. He's got to be very good to get there from 2. He's running in the blue. But the one that's got the good mark from good judges is Joe Brown, who's in the purple, and the brown, John Evans, a stablemate of Moore, must have a chance. And of course, a class runner, Glenn Chapman, the stall gift winner, is always going to be a chance in a race of this type because of his class. Last year's stall gift, possibly the best final we've had in a number of years, and he in the yellow was going to give it a real shape. Kersop, of course, he's got 9 runners in front of him in the red. He's off scratch, and they're just waiting now to be called up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the runners are about to be called up to the respective starting marks for the final of the Nike Sprint of 1986. Mr. Sid Jackson, the starter, and they're in his hands now for the final. One lap of the arena. They've done a lot of training. It's pretty hard work to train for 400 metres through the winter, but these boys have put in plenty of work. They're on their way now, and Robert Stewart, the limit marker, out in front from Joe Brown. Then further back, a big break then to the brown is John Evans. Moving up around the outside is Max Warlow, 40 years of age, the runner in the black. Moving up on the green then is Russell Callan. Losing ground then is Bernie Seymour in the pink. Further back to Chapman, Andy Moore. The back marker, Kersop, has gone past Emerson, who'll come home hard in the white. Joe Brown it is, he's got the big handicap, he's gone for home. John Evans, the big tall fellow from up in the middle of New South Wales in the brown. And Glenn Chapman, the stall gift winner in the yellow, coming around the outside. Joe Brown, the limit marker. Glenn Chapman, the stall gift winner, looms up on the outside. Brown it is in front, Chapman and Evans behind him. But Glenn Chapman, the stall gift winner of 86, he's added the Nike sprint from Joe Brown. Andy Moore flashed home, wider out was Emerson, further back then to Kersop at the completion of the Nike sprint. Little or no doubt about the winner at all. The stall gift winner of 1986, Glenn Chapman. Waiting now for the official placings.
Yellow, purple, blue and red.
The official placings. The yellow, Glenn Chapman from 4 metres was first. The purple, Joe Brown from 28 metres was second. The blue, Andy Moore from 2 metres was third in a time of 49.17. And now over to Tony Banks to interview the winner, Glenn Chapman.
Thanks very much. Well, Glenn, what a great run. You got checked there just past the goalpost. Had to come back behind Russell Callan. Did that offset you a little?
Well, I had no plans prior to the race. I was instructed to just to keep in contact with fellas in front of me. I did get checked fairly early on there, but it seemed to be okay.
You gathered them in very easily, about 150 out, and went on quite comfortably. You're not worried about anyone behind you? You honestly thought you had the scratch men covered?
Yeah, I was more worried about the fellas who were out a bit, and I was concerned with getting out and catching those fellas.
Yeah, 28 and 30 metre starts are big starts, aren't they?
Yeah, it is, but you can normally bank on those fellas stopping fairly quickly.
Okay, you're going to go back a couple of 100 metres. You're the stall gift winner. Are you going to give it a go this year?
I certainly hope so. We'll be running a few amateur events, and well, I don't think I'll be running any more 400s. Let's hope so anyway.
Well, $3,000 is yours, and we're about to go back up to our commentary point, I believe, for some particular reason. Glenn Chapman, thank you very much. $3,000, and they're about to present you with that trophy over there very soon.
Yes, we're just waiting for them to go over for the presentation, Tony, with Williamstown 6.440 leading Coburg 5.6, a total of 36. The Premier John Cain is down there to make the presentation, and what was an exciting finish. We timed it at 49.1.5 up here, which was the fastest of all the sprints we've had through the series. It won't be long before we have this presentation, so let's go down to the presentation area.
For the official presentation of the 1986 Nike Sprint $3,000 check, it is a great pleasure to introduce the promotions manager of Nike Australia, Alan Miller. Thank you.
I'd like to congratulate Glenn on his fine run today. Nike is a company that was founded by athletes, and we're very committed to the pursuit of excellence in sport. And to see a fine run like Glenn's today certainly makes the sponsorship worthwhile. I'd like to hand over to the Premier, John Cain, to present the cheque.
Thank you, Alan. You've just seen the best of Australia's 400-metre runners contest a great race. And congratulations to Glenn Chapman for winning so well. And congratulations to all for qualifying to take part in this great sprint. Glenn, well done. A hard race, but you won it well. Here's your cheque for $3,000, the winner's cheque. Well done.
Well, I'd first of all like to thank Nike for making this experience possible. I think it's a great stepping stone to the pro season, and well, I hope I can continue on, win a few more this year. Thanks very much.
Right, and that completes the presentation here for the Nike Sprint. And just repeating the half-time scores in the big game, Williamstown 6.440. On the Mitsubishi scoreboard, Coburg 5.6, 36.